Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is going to be a quick one, and it's something that I don't see a lot of people covering regularly that we all need to cover, especially as drummers and drum set drummers, not always just regular percussion players. And that is our hearing. I have some pretty good, let me rephrase that, some pretty significant hearing loss. From playing drums for almost the last 40 years. Whether it's playing in a place like a practice space or rehearsing with a band and not using earplugs, or going to a concert and not using earplugs, all that kind of thing. But everything that we do that involves loud noises like this, we need to protect our hearings from. Cymbals are classified as noise, and they are very bright and brittle, and it harms all of our high-end hearing. I currently have tinnitus, I'm not going to say a pretty bad case, I don't know the ratings of it, but I have it, and it is constant every day, 24 hours a day. It never stops. And that is totally due to me, and I understand that, but with the purpose of this video is to make sure that some of our young up-and-coming drummers really understand the importance of hearing protection. And the first thing that you can do is just simply get earplugs. These, I think, yeah, they're Heroes. I believe I got these at Guitar Center, maybe many years ago, and I keep these right beside this kit back here. On any day that I'm not going to use my in-ears or anything like that, I put these in and let them sit for a minute or so, and then the drums just sound normal, but they're very the volume is gone away. The only ones that I don't like as far as earplugs are like the foam ones that you plug in that are more for just loud noises in general. What I've noticed with more musician designed earplugs they are designed for musicians. They give us all the frequencies and sound that we want to hear. It's just at very much a lower volume. And you can find all sorts of different types of earplugs at any music store. You can find them, I'm sure, at Sweetwater, Musician's Friend, wherever that you search, maybe even Amazon. The next way that you could go with earplugs are molds, and molds are expensive. I've actually looked into them for myself from the company of in-ears that I use, and they are expensive. $300 for a set of molded earplugs. At this point, I haven't bitten that bullet because I know these do just fine at, these might have been 10 bucks. But from that point, from the molded earplugs or just regular earplugs, where do we go in a live situation? The next place that you can go is using in-ears. And there's a lot of different options for in-ears. I have a student that got some that she likes pretty good off of Amazon. I'm not sure how much they cost, but I'm sure if you look up in-ears on Amazon, you'll be able to find them. The first pair of in-ears that I ever bought was an old pair of Shures. These are newer, and I think I used these or some like this up until maybe 2015 or something like that. And as you see, let me get them untangled here. This is what the in-ear looks like from Shure. And then you have the foamies that go on it like this. Now these are pretty good, especially if you're starting out. These particular ones are a 3-driver, I believe. And they served me really well for a long time. I stopped using these in 2015, and I'll show you why in just a minute. These have finally gotten to a point that they don't really work well anymore. I think one of them is going out. And when, I believe it was in 2020, when COVID hit and I started doing a lot more online lessons, These were starting to go then, and they were not good. So that's one pair. I think back, oh my gosh, 2013, 2014, something like that, whenever I bought these, they might have been $300. Maybe. That was a long time ago. Yeah, I can't remember exactly how much they were. But they served me really well for a long time. And what you look for with in-ears is as much isolation as you can get, so you can turn the volume down on what's actually going into your ears. So I'm not going to go to my molds yet. In 2020, when those Shures were going out, I bought these. And if you were on a budget, these are dual driver. These are triple. This is a dual driver in-ear from a company called Session Ace, and they are here in Georgia, a few miles away from where I am. Session Ace, you can find them. I will leave a link to most all of these in the description. These are really, really nice universal in-ears. He sends with the packet an extra cord. He also sends many different styles of the foamies that go in to mute everything out. If you're on a budget for $150, that's what I paid for these. He might have gone up since then, I'm not sure. These are a fantastic way to start to get into the in-ear world. And I would definitely suggest to invest $150 into your hearing. What I would not suggest is if you are a up-and-coming drummer, as in you're still growing, not quite 21. Anybody under 21, let's call that. I would not suggest going to molds, because your ears may be still changing. And you'll have to go through different ways of different changes in your in-ears because your ears are changing. But Session Ace, great option. Now, in 2015, when I stopped using the Shures, I bought my first set of 64 audio in-ears. At that time, they were called 1964. And these are molds designed specifically for my ear. And everybody's seen these at this point. They look like that. I still use these, and I use these for well, a lot of different times. Mainly right now, I use them as for my online lessons at this point. They still work great. They still sound great. Highly suggest 64 Audio, and I will leave a link to their website as well. These are quad drivers. At the time in 2015, that's pretty much the highest end. I think the next one up was 6 drivers. I didn't see a need to go any more than 4 drivers. They sound great, and at the point of the hearing loss that I have, I didn't see the point to try to get any more frequencies. So, my newest ones are these. They're still 64 Audio. So yes, I have 2 pairs of 64 Audio. These I got in 2020. They're updated, and they have these filters right here that you can change. I have not on these. You'll have to check out on the website what the filters do. But I think you can get them where they let in a little bit of ambient sound, so you'd have a room, or if you're playing in a live situation, you'd get the crowd response and that kind of thing. I haven't changed these. Once I got used to wearing in-ears, I wasn't all that concerned with all the ambient noise. I could get that from the vocal mics if they were live, so I'd hear that. So it never really bothered me. The biggest thing here is to make sure you protect your hearing. Once you lose it, it's gone. And if any time you have walked out of a club or walked out of a practice session anything like that, and you've heard like a real high-pitched squeal in your ears and it goes away, that is a hearing cell dying. And once that hearing cell is gone, it is gone. There's no getting it back. At some point in having enough of those die, you will get tinnitus. Some people pronounce it tinnitus. I pronounce it tinnitus. But that is the ringing that is always in your ear. It can get nerve-wracking at times. I'm just going to be honest about it. So you don't want that. And the more it happens, what I've noticed is I lose a lot of speech. So I have to ask people, what did they just say in conversations, which doesn't always go over very well. People don't like repeating themselves. And I also kind of have to have the TV up a little bit louder to be able to hear the speech, or I have to turn the captions on to be able to read what the characters on the TV shows or whatever it is in the movies that I'm watching, what they say, so I can, because I can't hear them clearly. In today's movies, the soundtrack is so much louder than what the vocals or the verbal part of it is. I really lose a lot of the context of conversations. But anyway, again, protect your hearing. If you're just sitting down and just practicing, get you some earplugs. You can get them for $10. Maybe 15. It depends on how, maybe cheaper, maybe $5. It depends on what it is that you're getting. And I would not suggest the foamy earplugs. Now, they're fine if you're just going to a concert, but something where you're going to sit down and you want to hear the nuances of what you're playing, a good pair of musician's earplugs are paramount. So, with that said, I hope you guys found this helpful. Click that like, throw a subscribe, leave a comment. If you have experienced any hearing loss, anything like that, let us know. Let's have a conversation down in the comments. Thank you to all my new subscribers. I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate all the comments that everybody's been leaving. Love having discussion with other drummers. On that note, let's go get to practicing. Protect your hearing. Have a great day. Happy drumming.